All right, so this is probably the most, not difficult, it's actually the easiest, but this is the problem that most of us are going to miss. So the first thing that we need to know is for the mole-to-mole ratio, we need to use the coefficients. So the coefficients that we have are as follows: 4, 13, 8, and 10. So this is kind of like our recipe. What we're saying is I combine 4 of this with 13 of this, and I create 8 of this and 10 of that. So this is our formula. This is the recipe. So when we're talking about the mole-to-mole ratio of O2 and CO2, what we want to use is we want to use the coefficients. So we want to figure out how many moles of O2 are needed to react with. So this is a ratio. We have moles of CO2. So the colon is the ratio. It's this many moles to this many moles. So we're just using the coefficients. The 13 is our coefficient here, so we're going to bring that down. So 13 moles of O2, we put in 13 moles, and we get out how many moles of CO2? 8. So it's a 13 to 8. For every 13 I put in, I get out 8. So that's our ratio. All right, let's look at the second question and use this. So they're asking us how many moles of H2O, so how many moles of H2O can be made from 16 moles of this. So what we're trying to ask is, what's our ratio to start off with? We have our H2 and C2H5. So we're going to say that the moles of H2O, and we compare that to 2 mole. We're going to compare it to the number of moles of C2H5. So we're going to say this is moles of C2H5. All right, so again, look at the coefficients. H2O is in the product here, so we have 10 moles of H2O, and we're comparing that to the reactant 4. So it's a 10 to 4. So every 10 I get out, I need to put in 4. So to solve for this, we're going to take the number of moles of this C2H5. So we have 16 mole of C2H5. And what we want to find is moles of H2O. So we're going to use this ratio here. We're going to put what we know on the bottom. So we're going to take the ratio, this part here, and put this on the bottom. And the second part, the H2O, we're going to put on the top. So we're doing this so that the units cancel out. So we cancel out what we're starting with, the moles of H2, and we're finding what we're looking for, moles of H2O. All right, to solve for this, we're going to multiply at the top and divide by the bottom. So 16 times 10 divided by 4. So 16 times 10 divided by 4. We're going to get a total of 40. So our answer here is going to be 40 moles of H2O.